Good morning and welcome to a day in my life. It is Wednesday, October 13th, and today is going to be a day in the life that is not quite as on top of it as the last one was. So a couple weeks ago, I posted a day in the life when I'm like really on top of things, like when everything is going right and I went to bed on time and all of the things. That is what a day in my life looks like. And today I'm going to be sharing a day in my life when it doesn't quite look like that. I am still feeling a little burnt out from the weekly vlogs, if I'm being completely honest with you. And I kind of yesterday I was going to kick off the weekly vlog for this week, and I was just really still feeling, I don't know what it is. I'm feeling some kind of way about the weekly vlogs, and I just yesterday decided, you know what, I'm gonna do another day in the life. That way I can have another break from vlogging. So yesterday I made the decision that today was gonna be the day that I filmed my day in the life. And then I stayed up later than I planned yesterday and turned off my alarm this morning and got out of bed at like 8:15. So that is where we are. It's 8:15. I'm still in my pajamas, sitting here in my office, kicking off this video, telling you that not every day do I get up at 6:30 and do my full-blown morning routine. And so while most days look like that last video, some days are gonna look like this video. So I am going to go ahead and get my day started. First things first is I'm gonna take a shower and like just get out of my pajamas. I'm skipping my workout today. I'm in desperate need of a hair wash, and we're going somewhere tonight, so I want my hair to look nice. So I am going to do that first. Step 2 will be to tidy up this office. I did not tidy up before I left for dance yesterday, and it's kind of a mess, and I feel like I can't focus on work, any kind of work or anything until it's time. And that will probably take me a full 45 minutes until it's time to start my full-time job. Okay, I have a couple minutes to spare before it's time to start work, and so I'm gonna squeeze in a couple things. I'm actually glad that I have time to do these things. So the first one is the daily items that are just in my power sheets. Again, I'm not doing my full morning routine, but I wanna make sure I do my 100 photos, and then I wanna make sure that I assess yesterday's 24-hour food plan and make the plan for today. So the other thing I wanted to make sure I did this morning, I do every Wednesday morning, is set up the live link for the live Q&A chat. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, I go live to answer any questions that you have about goals, planning, life, whatever. And I set up the link the morning of. That way it shows up in the subscription feed so that people will see that day, you know, throughout the day when they open up their YouTube app, that the live is happening later that night. And then I will also go in and add any questions that were submitted on Monday's Instagram Q&A that I've saved for the live. So there's a couple great questions this week that I needed to get added in there. I use a service called StreamYard for my Q&As. I love that I can go live both on YouTube and on Facebook. And then I love that I can pop the questions up on the screen so that everyone can read the question, you know, when I'm answering it. The other thing I wanted to make sure that I added into StreamYard to pop up tonight, and I'm going to mention it here on this video as well, is a summit that I'm speaking as a part of. I was invited to give, it was like an interview style presentation, so it's almost like a video podcast where the host of the summit just asked me questions, and we talked about a lot of different goal related tips and ideas. But the concept of the summit, or the audience that it is geared towards, is moms that are in college. Moms that are going back to school and trying to balance motherhood as well as focusing on their schooling and their education, as well as anything else they've got going on in life. And I obviously realize that I am not a mom, but a lot of the tips and things that I teach are really geared towards anybody who has a busy schedule. And whether that busyness or those schedule filling items are coming from being a mom and all of the commitments that come with that, or from a full-time job, or from another commitment that you may have, a lot of the tips do apply. But there are over 30 speakers that are speaking as part of the summit. The summit is free. That's how a lot of these online summits work, right? You can sign up for free. You just have to watch the presentations the day that they go live. That's like the catch of it being free. But there are over 30 speakers talking about everything from obviously motherhood to productivity and habits, routines, all kinds of topics. Some of the speakers look absolutely amazing. I'm excited to listen to some of them, even though I'm not a mom, nor am I in college. But I'm sure that there's gonna be a lot of great tips. So I'm gonna leave the link down below if you wanna sign up. Again, it's free. The caveat is you watch the presentations that they go live. I also have like a live Q&A in the Summit Facebook group when the summit is going on. I didn't even tell you the dates. The dates are October 1st through, not October 1st, October 25th through November 1st. Those are the dates of the summit. So if you want to sign up, and you can obviously pick and choose like which topics make the most sense for you in your life, but just wanted to let you know that that is coming up. Okay, hopefully the dishwasher's not too loud. It is lunchtime, so I'm getting started on the 2 lunchtime things that I'm working on. The first one is getting something prepped for dinner. So I am going to put chili in the crock pot. So I'm cooking up some ground turkey using this taco seasoning mix from Trader Joe's. Just getting the turkey cooked before I put it into the crock pot. Okay, so we got the ground turkey, all the vegetables that I just chopped up, and now I'm gonna add a couple more things. I add a can of the fire roasted tomatoes. These are just the Trader Joe's brand with green chili. Essentially it's just Rotel, but in, you know, Trader Joe's brand, because that's all they have. And then I do a can of corn. I talked about this when I was making tacos in a prior video that we like to add corn. Whoa. And beans, really for just some extra nutrients. I know Texas chili doesn't have beans, but this is not Texas chili. This is Laken's chili for a healthy, hearty meal. I don't really have a set recipe that I follow. It's really just what we have learned over the years that we like to have in our chili. Again, it's just about having like a nutrient dense, balanced meal. And also on Wednesdays, I like to throw things in the crock pot. So then I will use the rest of the taco seasoning. I used half of it on the ground turkey, and now I'm gonna put the rest of it in here and just kind of, I feel like I need both hands to like pour it and stir. Then I also will add some garlic. Thank goodness for giant Costco sized things of garlic. You can never have too much garlic. And the last step is just to fill it to the top. This is the tomato soup from Trader Joe's. I used to do this step with broth, but I found that it is just so much more delicious with the tomato soup. So it's almost like, I mean, it's still chili, but it's much thicker than like, I don't know. I like it. And then the only thing we'll add on it when it's time to eat is some shredded cheese on top. But I'll just basically like keep adding and stirring until it is kind of at the top of the crock pot. Again, I'm not really following a recipe. This makes a lot of servings. It usually lasts us a long time. I'm actually thinking about maybe freezing some of it because we have a lot of other meals planned for the next couple of days, and then we have dinner out plans this weekend. So I might end up freezing some of it, but that is how I make chili. It took me all of 18 minutes, and now I can go on with the rest of my lunch break. So the other thing I normally do during lunch is put laundry away, but because I didn't get up in time to put a load of laundry in this morning, there's no laundry to put away. But I do have 2 packages that I got in the mail yesterday that I want to share with you. So the first one is this massive box that I ordered from Quest. So I talked about Quest, I guess it's just like Quest products, a long time ago in a vlog. They actually reached out to me on Instagram. Well, I tagged them. I was drinking their protein shakes with my coffee for months, tagging them on Instagram, and they responded on Instagram and sent me a massive box of free product, and we ate it all. I mean, it was amazing and delicious, and it lasted us for a really long time. So I just went ahead and placed another order from the website for some of my favorite products. So I thought I would show you what I purchased myself. Now, some of the things I bought, I do like the other flavors of, but when you buy directly from their website, you get like massive quantities, and I didn't want to end up with like, you know, a ton of stuff. So I just went ahead and got like my favorite flavor, and then next time I probably will order a slightly different flavor. So I got some of the chips in my favorite flavor, which was the loaded taco. I also really liked the ranch, and I also really liked the nacho cheese, but like I said, I just got one for now. These are the shakes, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these are the shakes, and I went ahead and got the salted caramel. That one still is my favorite. I did like both the vanilla and the chocolate though. So, and because I never drink like the full thing, I just use, I guess I'll take it out so you can see it. I just use it in my coffee. Doing this with one hand is really tough. I will probably end up ordering the vanilla and the chocolate before I finish these so that I have like a variety and I can switch it up during the week. And then the other things I got are in this like cooling protected bag, even though it's not that hot out anymore. So the last 2 things I got are both sweets. So I got the peanut butter cups, which these are amazing, y'all. Like amazing. They're just pricey, but I mean, it's nice to have. I don't have one of these every day. We will also have the dark chocolate from Trader Joe's. And then these gooey caramel bites. I thought I ordered bars too, but I guess not. that's what I ended up ordering from Quest. These are all my favorite things. I like the other flavors of these too, these little candy ones, but this was my favorite flavor. So again, got my favorite flavor and my favorite products, but definitely still enjoyed some of the other flavors. So the other thing I got in the mail are 2 brand new planners from Laurel Denise. I talked about this planner brand last year because they sent me their planners last year for review, and they reached out again asking if I wanted to share them with you. And I said yes, because their products are just very unique. You'll see if you didn't see it last year, even if you did, the products that they design are very unique, and I've never seen anything like it. And so I always want to share those options with you just to see if it's something that would work for you. So let's start with this one, which is new for this year. And this is their big picture planner. So it is a like 8.5 by 11, but you know, horizontally like this. It's a sewn binding, which normally I'm not a sewn binding kind of girl. Normally I really only want planners with coils, but for this type of product, I feel like I could use this. I will tell you, and you probably can guess based on looking at this cover is not my jam. This is not my kind of a cover. This is very like earth tones and like darker. I love bright colors. You guys know that this is definitely not my type of cover, but I'm excited about the inside. So it is a dated 2022 planner. And it starts with this like overview page. So you've got a little square for each month, and it goes like across like this, January through June, and then it goes July through December. And it's got each little month, and it has things to remember. And then for each month, it's got a monthly layout that has a Monday start, which I love. And then it's just like a plain monthly layout. It does have dates on it, but I feel like this would be nice to have like an overview for the month. So I have my 3 months hanging up behind my desk. And I have like longer term stuff in my Google Cal, obviously. But sometimes I like to visually see what the month is gonna look like, not on my Google Cal. And here's why. My Google Cal has all my like day-to-day stuff, my habits, my like tasks. And sometimes I just like to see like, what do we have going on in January? When are we out of town? When do we have a wedding? Like, what do we have going on? And I really kind of like that. And then on the right side, it's got these 4 columns. It's dot grid. You may not be able to see that. And it's got blanks at the top. Just like 4 blank columns. And I feel like I could use this as like things that I might want to get done that month in each like a different area of life. So I would do one for like personal, maybe I would do like birthdays actually, and then maybe like household, and then business, and then like other goals maybe, and I could jot down ideas. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use this side yet. I'm really more excited about this side. And then it's got a space for daily habits at the bottom. I would not use those pages. But if you are somebody who doesn't feel like they need a weekly planner, you might use this daily habit section, because you might, whether you use a daily planner or you just need a monthly planner, what you could do is use the monthly for an overview, and then this side, you could do the week. So you could do week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and have like a to-do list for each week. That's not a bad idea. Anyway, so you've got one of the pages like this with the months for each of the months of the year until you get to the end of the year. Then you have the same overview page, but for 2023. So you can start jotting things down for 2023, which feels forever away right now, but you know, it'll be here before we know it. Then it's just got a couple, like 5 notes pages, dotted notes pages in the back. And we'll do a quick pen test on this because it feels really nice. Like it feels like paper I would enjoy writing on, but I want to give it a test. So I'm going to use just my favorite pen, which is the Flair. And then I will also give a clicky pen. I always forget what these are called. This is the Sharpie gel. Ooh, super, you know, messy handwriting. So it shadows a little bit. Like I can see it a little bit, but not too bad. I probably would go ahead and use my Papermate Flair. Okay, and then their other planner, which is, this is the one that I showed last year, but again, so unique that I wanted to make sure I showed it to you in case this is something that you feel like you could use. The cover, the camera is not really picking it up. It's like a green. It's like kind of a muted emerald green. Again, not my color, not a color I would choose. The binding is kind of like almost a copper color. It is wire O binding, but because it's so small, I really don't think it's that big of an issue. The cover itself is a hard cover. You've got a big, it's gonna be hard to show it. Same thing, it is like 8.5 by 11, but horizontally. So you've got a big pocket on the inside. Then it comes with a bookmark. The bookmark itself is very, very flimsy. So, I mean, that has its pros and cons, obviously, but I usually prefer like a thicker kind of bookmark. It does say "You Are Loved" at the top, which I think is really beautiful, but I feel like this kind of flimsiness, yeah, it makes it kind of hard to snap in. I definitely prefer a thicker bookmark. And then you've kind of got this intro page. You got the same double spread with the, you know, each month of 2022. And then you go into the first month, and the page that has the tab on it for the month is much thicker than the rest of it. It's kind of more of a cardstock. So on the left side here, you've got your monthly layout, also a Monday start, but Saturday and Sunday have smaller sections, which I don't love, but that's kind of how they get it to fit. It also has a daily habit section here at the bottom. And then what's unique about this planner is that the weekly sections in the middle are half the, not even half, it's like almost a third of the size of the whole thing, so that when it's open on your desk, you can see the monthly layout at the same time that you see the weekly layout. So on the left side, you've got a dated weekly layout, and then on the right side, you've got to do today, and it's got each of the days of the week, and then it has like a space for like the whole week. And then you flip just this small one, and now you can still see your monthly layout, but you have the next week and a next page. Now, I will say, because this planner is so big, I don't think I could ever fathom leaving this like fully open on my desk like this, but it would still totally work if you closed it like this and had it on your desk here, and then you could see your monthly layout as well as your like weekly pages. I guess you could like leave this side open like this. I don't know if I would want to write on it that way. But so you've got one of these little pages on the inside for each of the day or each of the weeks of the month. And then you've got this kind of just like dot grid on this side and dot grid on this side. And then you've got a to do this month that if you did leave it open like this, you would be able to see, right? You'd be able to see the monthly layout, the weekly layout, the weekly to do, and the monthly to do. You would be able to see all of it, which is pretty cool. And then it just goes into the next month. So you have that for the entire year. All of it's dated for 2022. And then you've got, again, some more of these dotted note pages in the back. Oh, it's also got a pocket in the back. That's cool. So I just wanted to share this with you. I think that this planner is so unique. If you are somebody who doesn't feel like they need a full weekly layout, but they want something a little bit like where you can see your monthly layout, but you have these like weekly pages, I just think it's really cool. I feel like this could also be a really good, I think I said this last year, like a good social media type planner. I don't know, but I just think it's so unique, and so I just wanted to share it with y'all. All right, and then the last part of my lunch break is going to be hopping on a one-on-one call. I'm so excited for those of my one-on-one clients that are moving into week 6. I cannot believe we're already on week 6 together. The topic for this week is quitting, and tips and things that you can do when you feel like quitting, how to get started again when you've already quit, and then how to avoid quitting in the future, and then digging into like their specific struggles when it comes to quitting. I find that when I just ask a lot of questions and I really like dig deep to what is driving their quitting when it comes to goals, we can come up with ways to help that not be the situation in the future, right? Like when we figure out there are so many different ways. There's so many different ways to go about goal setting, goal achieving in general. And that's one of the benefits of working one-on-one, is that we can really figure out what is going to help each individual person as they go throughout their goal journey. So I'm excited to hop on this call and chat about all about quitting and not quitting your goals. All right, it's about 3 o'clock. I don't normally have a cup of coffee this late, but because I got a later start today, normally I would have had this cup of coffee like at noon, but I'm having it at 3. It also works out because we're going to a show tonight and I am gonna have to stay up much later than my bedtime. So I talked about this in another vlog where I have my iced coffee first thing in the morning. Usually it's to get me going so that I can work out, and then my hot cup of coffee later on in the day, still drinking my Four Sigmatic hot coffee. I also realized I never ripped off the date thing on my little date calendar. I'm not loving this as much as I thought I was. I know I talked about it in a favorites video, and some days it's really great. Like, I don't even want to show you today's because it's not great. But some days I really don't like it. Will you let me know in the comments if you had one of these little like stand-up page a day calendars this year that you really enjoyed? I'm trying to find one for 2022 that I actually am excited about. Okay, I finished work. I did a very quick version of my communication routine because I need time to get ready before the live at 6. Because, I mean, I like to be somewhat ready for the live, and normally I would have done this in the morning before work even started, but again, overslept. And then after the live, we are going to see a show. And so I'm having this debate right now whether I wear, like, I've just been wearing this t-shirt, sweatpants all day for the live, and then change before we leave for the show really quickly. It's a quick turnaround before we need to get going. The show is not till 8, so I do have time to do that. And it would be more comfortable to be in this, and it would likely be cooler, because I think what I'm gonna wear is my favorite long sleeve flower dress. If you've been around me, you've seen me post things in that dress before, because Sam's friend who is helping put on the show told us to wear something like nature, like flowers, leaves, something. It'll make more sense when I tell you what the show's about. So I think I'm gonna wear that flower dress, which is long sleeve, and I just think it's gonna be so hot during the live, because I always turn off the air conditioner during the live, and they've actually started running the heater this week. If you've never lived in New York, you've never heard me talk about it, our heating system in New York, we don't have central air and central heating. So our heating system is like radiators in the rooms, and we have no control over the intensity. Some of them you can turn on and off, like you can control, like the one in our living room has a switch where it can be either on or off, but the intensity of which they are on, we have no control over. So sometimes, especially until it gets so cold out that opening the windows cools down over the heat, I still have to keep the air conditioning running. So you might be able to hear it right now. I have the air conditioning on right now. And so I always turn the air conditioner off for the live, because I think that it's loud and I think that you can hear it through the computer. I'll show you the setup in a second for the live. And so anyway, I think that the short sleeve shirt will be cooler. I just will have to then take, 2 minutes after the live is over to change. But I also am gonna try to eat. And I also was gonna try to not end the live early. But I don't know if there's time for all those things. So I think if I'm gonna change and eat, I think I need to end the live a little bit early. But this was kind of a last minute thing that we're going to, the show is a last minute thing that Sam's friend just asked if we wanted tickets for tonight. And it works, like I don't have to cancel the live, but I think I just might have to end it a smidge early, but it's okay. Okay, so here's the setup. I've got my ring light because at this point, it's too dark in here and I need it at night. There was a point in the peak of summer that I didn't need it. Now I do. So my ring light, I've got my laptop propped up here on my standing desk. That way when I open it, the camera is at eye level, which I really like. It's just a much better angle. Right now I have my stand out because I'm about to take my thumbnail. I use my normal camera to take my thumbnail for the lives. In order to take my thumbnail, I have to pick which cup I'm gonna be using, and this is one I decided to go with since we hit a milestone today. It's 150 days exactly to our wedding. So I'm gonna use my future Mrs. Strum mug. Shared this little sneak before. I don't have the drink in the mug when I take the thumbnail because we're still like 30 minutes from the live and the drink would get cold. So I take the thumbnail with the cup empty so I have time to like mess with the thumbnail, and then I'll make the drink, right before I go live. I also went ahead and got all my clothes ready. I have tights, my dress, the mask I'm gonna wear. I have found that this mask is the best for me in terms of being able to wear my glasses and not having them fog up. It's a mask we got for free at a wedding, and it just is like, for me, it's the one that works the best. And then my glasses, so I don't forget those. That's all ready to go for me to change into. Okay, thumbnail's all ready to go. So I go ahead and upload the photo into Canva. That way I can just add whatever I want to add to the thumbnail. I'm gonna try to do that before we leave for the show. There's usually a couple things I do for the live right after it's over, and that is update the ads. Otherwise it puts ads at every pause and it's like, then there's like way too many ads. So really it's delete some of the ads and then update the thumbnail to include something that we talked about and to have the picture from tonight and add it into the playlist. That one is not as important, but those are the easy things that I usually try to do as soon as the live is over. So I'm gonna try and do all those things really fast before the live. I'm telling you about them now because I'm not gonna vlog between the live and leaving for the show because the time is crunched. Now I have like 10 minutes to spare. I went ahead and made a small cup of black tea and I have some time to spare. This pretty much always happens. I pretty much always end up being ready to go like 10 minutes before the live and have these like weird random 10 minutes to spare. So what I've been trying to do is read during those 10 minutes. I was very ahead of my book goal for the year. My goal is to read 50 books this year, which is the most I've read in a very long time. And I was like 8 books ahead at the end of July. And then August and September were really slow reading months for me. And sorry, this artificial light is not great on the camera, but anyways, I didn't read a lot in August and September. And so now, according to Goodreads, I am only 1 book ahead. So I'm still on pace to get to my 50 by the end of the year, but December is gonna be busy. I was hoping to actually hit it in November, which we are going on a week-long vacation at the end of November that I plan to just do a lot of relaxing. And so I feel like I'll be able to finish it no matter how many books behind I am that week. I'll be able to hit my goal, but regardless, I'm gonna spend 10 minutes right now reading. I'm more than happy to do so because I started a new fiction book over the weekend called Delirium. It is an old, like futuristic teenage, you know, one of the Hunger Games, Divergent, that genre of book. And I had it on my Kindle. I have the whole series. It's a trilogy, shocker, on my Kindle, but I'd never actually read them. And so I started the first one over the weekend, and of course I'm absolutely hooked and need to know what happens. So I'm happy to spend the next 10 minutes reading until it's time to go live. All right, we just got home. Okay, we didn't just get home. We got home and ate some pizza. It was one of those nights. We had kind of a family situation, and I didn't make time to eat the chili before we left for the show. And so about halfway through the show, my stomach really started to growl, and I was like almost hangry by the time we like got back to our neighborhood. And so all those things combined, I was just like, I need a piece of pizza. I don't want to like walk upstairs and then like put chili in a bowl, and I don't want chili, I want pizza. Let me know if you can relate. Carbs are like my comfort food for sure. And so that's just what I wanted. So we got pizza, came home, ate our pizza, and now I am here to tell you all about the show, y'all. So Sam's friend, Zach, is an incredibly talented, I don't even know what like the word is, but he creates these immersive shows where you are a part of the show. It's not just you watching the performers. Like, you talk to them, you move into different rooms, there's different things going on, and it's so cool. And immersive theater has been a thing for a long time now. It's not a new thing, but coming up with new ideas for it is what he's very good at. And so the show we went to tonight was an immersive performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream, and that is why we were asked to wear like floral garden, because we were in the enchanted forest. And it was, not only was the immersive aspect of it very cool, but the modern twist on it was super cool. And it was also a like talent show, basically, in like a very talented performers kind of way. There was a ton of tap dancing, which was obviously my favorite part. I was obsessed. They were so talented. It was choreographed by Jason Samuel Smith, and it was just like the tapping was phenomenal. I don't want to spoil the other like talents that were a part of the show, because if you do go see it, it was like the moments that those talents started were like almost the shock and awe factor. But there was something for Sam, and if you all know what Sam likes, you can maybe guess there was something for him. And then the tapping, and it was just amazing. It was very cool. It's also one of my favorite Shakespeare's. We had a really great time. It is a limited run here in New York. So if you are in or around New York City and you're interested, I will leave the link down below. Not like, it's not an affiliate link, not sponsored. I'm just telling you about it because I loved it and I want to support our friend. And it was just like, I'm recommending it to you if you live in or around New York City, if you like or enjoy Shakespeare, if you like or enjoy unique theater experiences. But it is a limited run. Tonight was opening night. I think they're going for 4 or 5 weeks. Obviously, if like those 4 or 5 weeks sell out and they're crushing it, it's possible they extend it. I don't know. But that is what you can get tickets for right now. So anyways, really fun night. Really excited that we were able to see that. And now I am ready to go to bed. And this is definitely one of those nights when I would love to tell you that I'm gonna do my whole evening routine, but I'm definitely not. Tidying up the office, not happening. Filling up the water, probably not happening. It's probably gonna be like, wash my face, brush my teeth, get into bed. That is gonna be the extent of my evening routine. So, Charlie came to say goodbye. I'm gonna go ahead and close out the vlog here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. There's some cat hair on the lens. So schedule filling. Cup of coffee this late. Whoa, fuzzy.